Alright, so this is a video on solving equations with variables on both sides. Let's go over some steps. The first step is to distribute if possible. So if you come across parentheses, that means you're going to have to do that step first. The second step is to combine like terms and make sure you do not cross the equal sign. So you can combine everything on the left side or everything on the right side, but you cannot combine every x you see. So the last step is to move the variables to one side and then move your constants or numbers to the other side. So if you want to move all your variables to the left and all your constants to the right, you can do that. Or you can move all your constants to the left and all your variables to the right. So it does not matter what side you move them to. I will move all my variables to the left just because I like my variables on the left side. You do not have to do that. But once you've done that, you're going to continue to do inverse operations. So, you know, if it's multiplying, you're going to divide. If they're adding, you're going to subtract. So you're going to do that to your two-step problems, which we know how to do. So if you need to keep copying that down, feel free to press pause. But I'm going to go ahead and move to example 1. So on example 1, let's look at this. So can I distribute? No, I don't see any parentheses. Can I combine like terms? Well, I can't combine a negative 2x and a 7, and I cannot combine an x and a minus 14. So that means I'm on to step number 3. I need to move the variables to one side and the constants to the other. So I'm going to move this x over here to this left side by doing the opposite of an x, which is a minus x. So I'm going to minus x on the right side. Now I need to be careful about where I place that minus x. I need to do it under its like term, which would be that negative 2x. So I'm going to do it right below that negative 2x. Okay? So now I know x minus x gives me 0. So I know I've officially moved that x to the left side. So now I just need to type this into my calculator or do negative 2 minus a 1, which is a negative 3x. Okay? Now I need to rewrite everything and bring it down. So I'm going to bring down the equal sign. I'm going to bring down that minus 14, and I'm going to bring down that 7 from the very beginning. Now I've got a two-step problem that we covered last week. I need to do my inverse. I need to look at where the variable is. I've got a 3x right here. I need to get rid of this constant, this 7. The opposite of a 7 is a minus 7. So I'm going to minus 7 on both sides. 7 minus 7 gives me 0. And then I drop down this negative 3x equals, and then negative 14 minus 7 is negative 21. My last step is to divide by the number next to the variable. So divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. X is going to equal a positive 7. Okay? All right. On example 2, looks a little bit different from example 1 because I'm kind of missing a constant over here. So I cannot distribute. Let's see if I can combine like terms. I can't combine anything on that side, and then 3x is by itself. So now I need to move the variables to one side. So like I said, I like to move my variables to the left, but in this case, I need to actually move this 7x to its best friend over here. If I subtract 3x, then there's absolutely nothing on this side. Okay, so I cannot do that because then my equation just became unbalanced. So I need to move that 7x by subtracting 7x. And now my 7's are gone. I'm left with the negative 8, an equals, and 3 minus 7x is a 4x, negative 4x. Okay, so now I have my variables on one side, my constants on the other. Divide by negative 4. So x is going to equal a positive 2. All right, so those are examples of variables on both sides. What you're going to do is you're going to try the bottom two. So go ahead and press pause and then try these two on the bottom. I'm about to put up the answers, so don't forget to press pause. All right, so when you try this problem on the left, you should have gotten x equals a 4. All right, so if you did not get x equals 4, make sure you raise your hand so we can come and help you out. On this last one, you should have got x equals -2. So if you did not get x equals -2, please raise your hand. If you will turn the page, we're on the back. So here are some multi-step examples where you're going to have to do several steps before you can start to move your variables and constants to the same side. So example number 3. I don't see any parentheses, so I cannot distribute. Now I need to see if I can combine anything. I know I can't combine a 3x and a -9, so that side is all checked out. Now looking on this right side, I see 3 terms, which probably means I can combine something. So I can actually combine this 2x and this -x. So I need to do that first. So I know 2x minus a 1x is going to be an x. So go ahead and stick that down there. Now I need to bring everything else down that I didn't use. So I'm going to drop down 3x minus 9, that equal sign, and that 7. And since that x was positive, I need a plus sign right there. So now I have a problem that looks like something on the front. The left and the right are simplified, so now I need to move my variables to the left side and my numbers to the right side. So first off, I'm going to subtract an x, and to make sure to do it under its like term. 3x minus x is going to be a 2x, and now I'm going to bring down everything I didn't use, so that -9, the equal sign, and that 7. So now you will see a familiar two-step problem where you need to get rid of this -9 by plussing a 9 on both sides. 7 plus 9 is 16 equals 2x. So then I'm going to divide by 2 and get x equals 8. Okay? All right. Example 4 looks so long and tricky and hard because it probably is. I see parentheses, so I have to distribute. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do on example 4. So multiply 2 times x and get 2x. Multiply 7 times 2 and get 14. Okay? After I've distributed, that means I need to bring down everything. So I need to bring down that -33. Bring down, well, all right, I see parentheses on the right side. So let me go ahead and distribute the parenthesis over there. So I know this is going to be a 4x, and this is going to be a -4. So after I've distributed, now on the right side, let me bring down all my terms. So bring down 4x minus 11x, and then that plus sign. So I've distributed everything over here, and I brought down everything that I did not use. So now I need to combine like terms. I need to look on the left side. I can combine these two constants or numbers. Okay, when I combine those, I would get -19. So let me bring down this 2x and that equal sign. All right, looking at the right side, I see lots of x's, so let me combine all of those terms that have an x. So 4x minus 11 and plus a 4. So that's going to give me a -3x. And then I just need to bring down that -4 or -4. So after all of that work, I've got a problem that looks like them on the front page. I cannot combine anything on the left side. I cannot combine anything on the right side. So now I need to move my variables to the left, my constants to the right. So I'm going to plus 3x on both sides. I'm going to make sure I do it under its like term. This will be a 5x. Bring down -19 equals bring down -4. Now I have a two-step problem. I'm going to plus 19. $5x is going to equal 15. My last step is to divide by 5. So x is going to equal 3. Okay? I know that is hard and difficult and challenging, but if you just take your time and follow the steps, I know you guys can do it. So I want you to try these two problems down here. For this first one, I'm going to let you pause so you can do it because I'm about to tell you the answer. Alright, you should have got x equals 9 for that left problem. Go ahead and try this right problem and press pause. You should get n equals -1. So if you did not get x equals 9 or n equals -1, make sure you raise your hand so I can come help you out. Otherwise, you have mastered equations. That's as hard as they're going to get. So now is the perfect time for y'all to finish J6 and J5, and then J10 is just your mixed review of everything. So after this video, you should be able to do variables on both sides, which would be J6. All right, thank you for watching or listening.